it's Rob here with a look behind the scenes. It's Badass Overtime, giving you a chance to listen in to Sven's conversation with his guests after the show.
Leslie, what's going on inside of you right now? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What's going on inside of you?
I'm very sad, actually, and I'm also mad. I have a hard time with anger. So it comes out, I don't know. I'm feeling both, angry and sad.
And what are you, if you were to sum it up in one sentence, what are you most angry about?
How she treated me.
And specifically what?
Treated me like I was less than.
Right. Let me ask you, do you understand that if I'm out in the woods on my property, and let's say I'm putting up a new fence, and I'm pounding some nails to hang the wire or what have you, and I hit my thumb with that hammer, I'm going to be screaming bloody murder. And my neighbors, half mile up the road are going to hear me, fucking hell, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to have tears coming down my eyes because it hurts like hell and all these feelings, right? That those feelings of anger and sadness and rage at my own self for my own stupidity, because it's only the 5th time this month I've done that, that all of those feelings are natural responses. It's the body's attempt to get an energy out of it. Okay. So anger is just one more feeling. It's just one more. It doesn't make me a bad person. Or if somebody, let's say, somebody dents my car by opening their door in the grocery store, and I come out and I see a dent in my car, and I'm mad, and I'm pissed off, but I can't find the person. It's not like I'm going to hunt them down and beat them up or anything, but I'm fucking mad. I'm really mad. And that's okay. It's just the feeling. Okay. Yeah. And I believe that, and so all of our feelings, any feeling is just a feeling. Some people, you brought up this notion of self-hatred, and we talked about hatred. So obviously you have no problems feeling hatred, at least if they're turned on yourself. Yeah. Hatred is just one more feeling. And it's only problematic when we hold it inside. But it's a natural response to something horrible being done.
Right.
And what I would offer is that you are stuffing down a whole lot of feelings of anger, rage, hatred towards your mother and towards your father, especially towards your father, because you give him this free fucking pass that in a way he didn't protect you from her. That's the other side of it, that he didn't protect either. And so your freedom really hinges upon your allowing yourself to be mad and rage-filled and hate and full of hatred and anger, and to flush it out, not just to sit in it, but to be deliberate about flushing it out with your therapist, in your journaling, writing letters. And I strongly recommend you write a letter to your dad that you do not send. Obviously, he's dead. So writing a letter to your dad or to your mom that you do not send. But flush it all out, because the truth is, it's in you right now, and it's being turned on you.
Yeah.
Your whole life, your natural anger by being hurt. Rob just told us a story of when he was 12 and that he was hurt, right? And so that hurt, the child will naturally turn it on themselves if they're not allowed to direct it at the source or to just get it out. He got it out by shooting a look at his mother. He got it out, right? To some degree. Okay. And so, but you've got so much anger that is justified based on how you were treated. We're all sitting in this room right now. We're angry. You're angry. We're all angry at your mom. And I'm angry at your dad too. That means those are natural responses to what was happening in this movie that we're watching, this movie that you lived. Right. You've got hatred and anger and rage, and that has to come out of you, because you've been fundamentally taught to direct it at yourself, and it was never justified. There was never anything wrong with you. But you were taught to hate yourself. And some people say that's one of the definitions of depression is anger turned inward. That the natural direction of your anger was short-circuited and it got turned back on you. So you need to, in your work, journaling and especially writing letters, you need to flush out. You need to be thinking about these things that are too painful to think about, that childhood and everything that was done to you. And you need to be putting that into words to get it out of you. Does that make any sense to you?
Yes. I'm going to do that.
Can you see the value in that?
Yeah. Because it comes out.
That's right. And you said, I have problems with anger. That tells me
I
that
do.
the sadness comes easier. But you can
Yeah.
also put the sadness in those letters and the anger. And it can be, and I'm not kidding when I say things like in your letters, fuck you, old woman. Why? What are you thinking? What a pathetic excuse for a mother. Who does that to a child? If you didn't want me so badly, why didn't you put me up for an adoption? Give me to someone who actually would have loved me and been kind to me. You cruel fucking bitch. Fuck you. Everything in the strongest language possible. You never have to say it to her. You never have to confront her. Never. But you have to confront the mother of your childhood that lives inside of you, because that's the mom that owns you.
Right.
Right. And until you stand up and speak the truth of that little 4-year-old, 8-year-old girl, speak her truth and speak her anger, you'll never be free and she'll still own you. Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One last question, and it's simply this. Do you have any last questions for me?
My question is, if I feel all this and I do these writings, I'm actually afraid that I will. What if I go crazy? I've never gone crazy before,
Understood.
but you know what I'm getting at?
I know exactly what you're getting at.
I can't heal it. What if it's
The healing is in getting it out. What you're going to discover, and you've had to keep it down because you feared it. You feared it overwhelming you. You feared it taking over your life. You feared going, understandable. And I hear that all the time, and that's totally understandable because it's a lifetime of all those feelings. And what I'm saying is just burp it out a little bit in the beginning. Burp out a little bit, burp out a little bit more, journal out a little bit in manageable doses. And the more you get used to it, you're going to sort of get your sea legs under you. You're going to be like, okay, this actually feels a little bit good. Well, I'm going to do a little bit more today. And I'm going to go into maybe one more memory. And if it feels unsafe, shut it down. But I think what you're going to discover is if you do it a little bit more and a little bit more, just push yourself a little bit more, what you're going to discover is, holy shit, this is literally just the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. I'm actually, for the first time in my life, feeling less crazy. I'm feeling less anxious. I'm actually starting to relax. It actually feels good. I'm actually feeling lighter. Because what you're doing is you've got a vault of all those feelings that you've been packing down a whole life. And the more you let those out but you got to get them out into words, spoken, written, journals, letters. And the more you do that, you're going to be like, holy shit, I'm actually feeling better. But just do it in manageable doses. And I would ask also that you stay in touch with the show, please, Leslie, because I want to hear how you do, because I have a feeling this could be a turning point for you.
I will. Thank you so much.
Right.
One real quick thing is, what about guilt? Do you ever have guilt?
Good. Yes. Because you've been... Go ahead.
No, because it feels wrong.
Right.
To do.
Of course it does, because you've been conditioned. It's all about mom's feelings. It's all about dad's feelings. Protect mom, protect dad. I'm bad. Or protect dad. I'm bad for having feelings. And you've got to start to short circuit that. So write about your journaling, or write in your journaling about your guilt as well. I feel so guilty. I feel bad. But this is stupid. I have every right to feel my feelings.
Right.
Plus, you're not hurting anyone. You're just putting it out on paper. There's no harm in that. Right? And wouldn't your dad want you to get your feelings out? Wouldn't your dad want you to be free? Okay.
Yes.
And yes. And if he's looking down on you or anything like that, I'm sure he can handle it at this point. If there is a heaven and he's in it, well, then he's protected. So I'm sure he can kind of take it at this point. So let it out, because wouldn't he want you to be healed and free and happy and alive?
Yes.
Then get out the damn anger, get out the damn guilt, get out all the damn sadness, because it's time to cross the starting line to finally begin life. How does that sound?
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Sven.
I love you, Leslie. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Stay in touch, will you?
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you. Bye. Good night.
That's it. Join us for new counseling episodes every Thursday and lightning rounds every Sunday.
Thanks for listening to Badass Overtime. Now go out and slay some demons and have a kick-ass day.